Alrighty, Root. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, wonderful night, whatever it is where you guys are in this lovely, lovely world. So today, we're going to take a look at another 3 really cool mods. If you've missed any of the ones so far, they are linked in a playlist on the main part of the channel, as well as a description. With that out of the way, let's hop on into today's mod, shall we? Alright, so the first mod we are going to take a look at today is called Xyphias Creatures Charnia. I think. And this is going to add in some very interesting creatures. I think the pop-up should be done by now, hopefully. Anywho, so I don't really know how to explain these, but you're going to find these interesting creature plant things that are going to be lying around in the waters. When you find one, you can kind of just go over and you can pick it up. However, I was not actually able to find any in the wild right now. I don't know if they're rare or what, but anyways, I spawned a few in here. So I wasn't able to spawn them in wild because for some reason it will not let me. We'll try one more time here together. Creature spawn and Charnia, I think that's what it's called, Charnia. Make sure it's not tamed. Yeah, so I can't seem to spawn them in wild right now, but you can spawn them in tamed if you're using the admin panel, which again, everybody that asks me, I always suggest this one because it works incredible. But anyways, you're going to be able to spawn these in or find them, and it says to tame them, all you have to do is just pick them back up, and then you place them wherever you'd like. When you pick them up, it's interesting. They go into your inventory as a kind of placeable. And because I'm on creative mode, I've been able to actually just kind of place them as far as I want all over. So there's a lot of them around here. But anyways, so you're probably wondering, like I was, what exactly is this gonna do? Well, that is a good question. I don't know if there's other purposes, but the only purpose I can find is you get this buff called the Charnia speed. So you're in a sea current produced by Charnia, you swim faster. And it just keeps sticking at 5 seconds. It just kind of bounces up. So you can put stuff in them. They have 100 weight. I don't exactly know how they level up. Anybody that knows a bit more about these, please let me know in the comments. Again, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I don't know what these do. I really don't. So if anyone does know what they do other than the speed, let me know. But yeah, so you can place them down, and you'll notice we actually can swim really, really fast when we're swimming through here. When we come in here, we ourselves have the same buff. So you'll see right here, the Charnia speed. So as long as we're close to these, we can actually swim really fast. So I know that is like a use for them. I just don't know if there's anything else. And then it actually reaches pretty far away. And then once you get out a distance, you'll notice once that runs out, we just kind of sluggish. So you can use them to make some really cool swimming games and stuff. Again, I feel like there might be another purpose. I'm just not realizing. But you'll see there, like again, once we get close enough, you can swim really, really fast. So definitely interesting if you want to set up some kind of like a swimming marathon, a triathlon, or whatever they're called. I can't remember. But if you want to set up some really cool games, these are really, really good for that. If you just want to make things faster in an area, cool for that too. Like even on land here, we're faster, which is interesting. I think it disappears. Or do we have to be in water? You have to be in water. That's what it is. So once you're not in water, you don't get the buff. As soon as you touch water, though, it's like the Spino. Alright, so that is the Charnia. Hopefully I explained that properly. I don't know. I might have forgotten something, but I couldn't really tell with that. But anyways, that's the Charnia. If you're looking for something really interesting, definitely check that mod out. And with that out of the way, let's hop on in with the second mod on the list today. So the second mod on the list today is called Busher's Wyvern Slayer Sword by Miny Yamori. That's actually all in the name, that's why I said that. So, this is going to add in a really cool costume for your sword. I thought it was actually a sword when I downloaded it, but it's a skin. You'll find it in your cosmetics here, and there's 2 versions. you've got the stand-up version, like your normal one, and then you got this one here, which is your sword drag. Now, this is more for taking pictures and stuff. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. This one here is more of like the usable one. So you can skin that over top of a sword, whatever you'd like, and then bingo bango, here we go. So X brings out my sword, and now we have the most huge comical sword. It reminds me of Monster Hunter. Like that's like a Monster Hunter sword, man. That's huge, huge, absolutely huge. So yep, probably gonna cut yourself up pretty good running around with this. I mean, I kid, of course, but seriously, like that is a huge sword. Really cool. And then as you swing it, wasa, I can't show you that in. Hold on, let's go to third person. There we go. So, I mean, it swings pretty big and wildly. But then you got your other version, which is why I said it's more for look. So, Y brings out your other version, and you're gonna hold this in a really cool style. Again, for taking pictures. Really cool. Back into this. There we go. You can take some really cool screenshots with that, but you'll notice when you attack, it looks really funny. Essentially, it works the same. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still going to work the same. It just looks really funny when you're swinging. And if you go into first person, same thing. So, this one I feel is made more for like just taking some pictures or some really cool screenshots, stuff like that. And then flip it the other way for when you want to actually use it. So, really cool skin. Definitely interesting. I'll probably keep this one on for a while too. Maybe for some cool screenshots or something. But anyways, if you're looking for a really interesting sword skin, definitely have a look at that one because it's really cool. So, with that out of the way, let's hop on in with the third mod on the list today. So the third mod we are going to take a look at today is called Xyphias Creatures Megistotherium. I think I pronounced that right. This is going to add in a very cool creature. Hold on, let's get rid of this Pegamastax. What did you steal? What did you steal? What did you steal from me? Oh, you stole a sword. Anywho, let's back on topic. This is gonna add in a very cool creature. So we'll show you how to tame it up here in a second. I just gotta find where, there it is. Once it's tamed up, booyah, here we go. Big old creature. This thing is so cool. We'll take a look at it and what it does in a minute. It doesn't have any crazy attacks or anything, but we'll take a look at what it does here in a minute. We're gonna go and grab a wild one. I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing here, which is why I did a little practice. So you are gonna find these roaming around in the like woody, like beach area things. And then all you need to do to tame this up, it's actually really simple. It was on the pop-up there, which is why I kind of talk a little bit. Again, anyone watching for a while, you guys know. But what you need to do with this is you need to get something that's called a breakable creature. And honestly, the Triceratops is probably the easiest to use for that. There's probably others, but the Triceratops is just the easiest. And all you need to do is ride your Triceratops, bring it over to this creature. I hit B instead of A. Really? Hold on, guys. I'll be right with y'all. Here we go. We don't want it tamed and then spawn. There we go. So once you have tracked one of these down, make sure you're on a breakable creature. Again, the Triceratops works really good. And then as soon as it bites, oh, it's gonna go after that. There we go. As soon as it bites you once, there we go. You're gonna get this armor like broken armor up in the top right-hand side there. It's like broken bone. And then for 20 seconds, it can't do anything else. So you can either sit here and just kind of tank it, which is probably the best thing. Make sure you got a strong tame that can handle this. I am in creative mode right now, but you don't have to be. If I can get off here safely for a second, hold on. Make sure passive. Okay, and then we're gonna go that, and then get back on. There we go. I mean, just so I can show you that you can just kind of sit here and tank this. You don't have to worry too much, especially if you're on the Triceratops. So now we've got up to 50% taming here. I'm just gonna get out of the bush so we can see a little bit easier. There we go. Now just don't attack it back, because again, you will screw up your efficiency if you do that. Just sit here, tank it as long as possible. and you should be good to go. Now, this is not the best Triceratops. I'm kind of hoping it's going to work. But once it bites it again here, it's going to get, what are we at, 2? Yeah, we're almost there. There we go. So now we're up to 78. And once you're at this point, again, you can kind of just run off over here if you want, if you don't want to die. I mean, he's still going to be biting you the whole time. But because it's a herbivore, I don't want to attack because I can hurt this thing. You could have a bunch of berries in here and just kind of, you know, be force feeding this thing while it's taking a beating. Because I spawned this Triceratops in, I really don't even care. It's going to tame up here in a minute. So in a second here, you're going to notice it's going to take another bite once that runs out, and we'll tame it up. Just like so. There we go. That is how you're going to tame up this creature. Very easy. You might want to have a bit of a strong tame to do that, but hold on, let me put creative on. I can't move. I got all my buildable stuff on. Make sure you got a tame that can actually tank it a bit. But some of these have some incredible looks to them. Like, I love the patterns on these guys. So once you've got them tamed up, we're going to come in here. We're going to go Meg. Oh, there's a lot of Meg stuff. Hold on. Hold on. Megistotherium, Megaloceros, Megalania. You're going to be the last one. Yeah, you're the last one I looked at. Cool beans. There we go. So build up our saddle. We're going to get our saddle on here. And now we've got this really big, really cool creature thing. Hold on. Can you... Hold on. Stop following me. Stop. Everybody stop following. There we go. So, A button is going to give you a jump. Hold on. Let's back up. There we go. Jump. Jump. There we go. It does have a jump, but it's not the greatest jump. Let's get to where we can actually see what's going on with this. Okay. So we have right trigger, which is going to be your bite attack or claw attack. Again, depending on where you actually have this sitting. So the pop-up that came up on the screen there, you're going to notice that it does tell you a few of the different attacks. So basically, this thing here can do... What do we got? We did our jump. The right trigger on console here was what we were just doing. So if we're facing forward, you've got your bite attack. If you're facing either of the sides, you're going to do a claw attack on that side. So whichever side you have a problem on, just look there and you can scratch on that side. If you're looking rear, you actually like flip backwards and do like an attack, which is really, really cool. Absolutely love that part. That is really neat. And if the target is a dino with armored parts, again, such as a trike or whatever, you'll actually do, you'll break armor and do like that debuff, same thing we did. Really, really cool. So then we have the clicking your right stick on console here, and you're going to do a really cool roar. That is really cool. And if you hold it, you can actually do smelling. So if we come down here, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. It says to hold that, go down. Ah, there we go. Then, yeah. So when we come in here, we've got a roar. We can sniff. Sniffing, add nearby creatures to known smells. Sniff to search for a creature, or sit. So let's do sniffing, add nearby creatures. Found 7 new smells. What? Oh, that's cool. Okay. So let's go in there again. Let's see. And then sniffing, search for a creature. What? Oh, okay. So these are the smells we just picked up. So you, oh, dude, you can run this thing around picking up different smells so that you can find the creatures. Is that what I'm getting here? Hold on. Searching creature smell. Dilophosaurus. I don't know. Hold on. Pteranodon. Found 6. Oh! Oh! It marks them! They're black. Can I change that maybe? Wonder. Oh, dude. Okay, so this mod is cool. So, you're sniffing. We just took a look at that and how to work it. Let's back in there again. And then we're going to go sniff to find. It doesn't seem to stay very long, but it's really, really cool. So again, now we can see where they are. We know where the Pteranodons are. Dude, that is really, really cool. So if you're trying to track something down, this guy is who you want to take out to actually find your stuff. Man. Okay, so anyways, then your left trigger. Your left trigger is going to give you, it's a grab attack. So, what can we grab? This thing's turning is not the easiest. Okay, hold on. We're going to go back this way. We're going to see if we can't grab something. It says it's got to grab, so I kind of want to see. It can probably grab some big creatures because this thing's pretty big. We're holding our compy. Oh, and then you can attack it in its mouth with the right trigger. Okay, okay, hold on. This is good, this is good. Dude, I like that you can run. You can look to the side and do like a running claw attack. What? Dude, this creature, man. Hold on. Hold on. I crashed it. I crashed it. Of course I crashed it. Okay. Well, anyways, that's the Xyphias creatures. Oh man, I was doing too much at once. I was trying to do a really cool screenshot, but anyways, absolutely incredible creature. Really, really like that. That sniffing ability. Oh, that sniffing ability is cool. So, if you're looking for an absolutely incredible creature to add, I would definitely check that out. That is probably one of the more unique creatures, I want to say, that we've seen in a little while. Like, having that sniff out ability, I thought it was going to be, you know, just kind of sniffs a few things around, but it's kind of got like that gene scanner type thing going on in there too, almost. So it just shows you the things around. That is absolutely incredible. I do like that. Well, anyways, that is going to do it for the episode today, guys. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that sub button, tell a friend, share it around, all that cool stuff. Most importantly, hopefully you're all being kind to one another, being kind to yourselves, and I will see each one of you guys here real soon.